Margie suggests that.
Even though I didn't go to the meeting.
Well, you didn't have to go to the meeting, and just looked at the minutes and said, yeah, they look good.
Okay. Okay.
Ideally, it should be somebody who, well, anyway, doesn't matter, we never get one passed. All in favor?
Yes.
Hey.
Well,
Who seconded?
I did.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
That's okay. I didn't say it.
He didn't, he was only thinking,
He was just in favor.
That's right.
Okay.
you were supposed to read his mind.
That's right, Don.
I see we're recording this, poor people that would ever want to watch it. Anyway, here we are.
Hopefully it'll go well together.
Faithful and true.
October is cybersecurity
That's, yeah, oh,
month
in general, right.
in general. It nationwide or worldwide or something.
Just like hurricanes.
And you put yes, on our resources page,
Links.
on the computer club's resources page where we put links to the places we show, we have a link to resources and cybersecurity awareness. Why don't you click on that, Mickey? Kind of get us thinking. And then there's a lot of resources here. If you scroll down, they call it a toolkit. So there's a PDF guide and a presentation, PowerPoint, and all kinds of resources here. So this link to this page is in our resources on our website as usual. So in honor of Cybersecurity Awareness Month, we are talking about our topic today, which includes identity theft. And there's a booklet that I couldn't get multiple copies of, but it's called Identity Theft, and it's has all the pages and everything. So if you want to be aware of what identity theft, and if you think you have had your identity thieved, stolen, this gives you the forms you need, who to contact, what forms to fill out, and everything. And we have a link to this document, Identity Theft, a Recovery Plan. The link is on our page where Mickey is showing you. The second item is that? The second item.
Which is booklet.
Yeah, where it says FTC booklet. And if you were to click on that, you would get this booklet in all of its pages. And you'd have the steps to go through and the forms to fill out and everything. You can see what to do right away, what to do next, other possible steps, and so on. And then there's even the forms to fill out and everything are right here. So if you just keep in mind, if you come back to our resource page here, if you ever need it, you'll find the link to it here. Because I know a lot of times you get something like this and then you suddenly find you might need it. Can you find where you put it?
Who sponsors that?
FTC.
The Federal Trade Commission, FTC. And it's identitytheft.gov is their sub page of it. Well, I got sticky stuff on it. But by exploring their website, we found the website we want to look at some videos today. Is that the FTC Consumer Advice videos, Mickey? Is that what we're looking at? Yeah. So when you click on that, we have all kinds of other resources, including the little videos we want to show some select ones of to get us in the mind of being aware and what to do. So Mickey, do you have one to suggest that we watch?
Imposter scams we could probably do.
Okay.
IRS. You know what? Let's first start with the spot scams. That's
Spot scams.
yeah.
And we're going to look at one from that group called Spot Scams.
Let's see, is that showing up in the meeting? Yes. All right. Come on. No, it's not showing up. All right, so. Let's do this. There we go.
Can you gentlemen at home see the
Yeah, they can now.
opening page?
Yep, yep.
Fraud can happen to anyone. That was pretty short.
Wait a minute,
That was a spot.
That was a spot.
that's not right.
We're gonna try this again.
There's the page. Spot scan, what? These aren't working today. Huh, supposed to say all of it. Only text, wow, did they change their,
The links to their stuff. Maybe go back to ours page and,
well, let me go here, spot scan.
okay,
This is their site, and let me make sure I didn't screw up the webpage.
yeah.
Scans and then small business. Basically, here, I thought they were, here we go.
It doesn't have to be that rich.
Well, that was I thought it was a nice one. Huh. So, it looks like they move it. I don't see it.
That's,
And it did the same thing with the other one when I did the IRS imposter scan. 0118 IRS imposter scan. Yeah, the links are correct. We always have something go wrong. Export scan, IRS imposter scan. Let's see what their site shows. It's only 47. Well, we'll try it.
that's not very long.
No.
Scam artists are pretending to be IRS officials to get your money. They'll call, email, or text you, claiming you owe back taxes or there's a problem with your tax return. They even rig caller ID to make their call look official. They play on your fears. They threaten to take your driver's license or sue, arrest, or deport you. They want you to pay fast. What's the truth? The truth is the IRS's first contact with you will always be a letter in the mail. It's not a phone call, email, or text message. They won't insist that you pay with a prepaid debit card, a wire transfer, or cashier's check. Now you know. Has an IRS imposter contacted you? Report it at ftc.gov/imposters.
Trouble is, a lot of times they, will contact you with their scam hoping to snag you. And then they immediately change their contact information so no one can follow, backtrack and follow your, how about there's hacked email or
All
hijacked
right,
computer?
let's see if that works.
Yeah, one of those.
Why don't you do the email? Cause I got an email.
She has a question.
See here.
Hmm.
Yep. Says it's there, and it's a minute and 37
Minute and a half
seconds.
ish.
Yeah, play it and see what happens. Were you guys able to hear that okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. If I had to turn it up or anything. Except. That's as far as it would go. All right, we'll play this one.
You can't turn your computer on or off. It's acting up, running slow, opening pages you didn't click, displaying pop-ups constantly. There's a good chance your computer's been hacked or infected with a virus and needs your help. Stop shopping, banking, and entering passwords online until your computer is cleaned and restored. It's inconvenient to be sure, but it's a necessary step to prevent the situation going from bad to worse, from hack to horrible. Update your security software. Install a new version from a reputable company. You can use your phone or another computer to check reviews of security software. Tech blogs and retail sites usually post them. Choose carefully. Scammers sometimes advertise security software that's malware in disguise. Make your decision. Get back online and download the software. If the security software finds malware, it flags it for you. Delete the suspicious files and restart your computer. If you're still having problems, contact your computer manufacturer or other tech support and find out what else you can do. Once your computer is back to normal, change the passwords you've been using for your bank accounts, your email accounts, and all your other important accounts. The safest route is to choose and use passwords that have upper and lowercase letters, as well as numbers and symbols. And finally, make sure your operating system and internet browser are set to update automatically. You want to keep your computer operating at peak performance. Visit onguardonline.gov to learn more.
That was some good reminder. I know I've seen it where you can't close it every time you want to click
Oh,
something with an X,
yeah.
something else opens up. And then you just gotta like pull the plug or turn it
No,
off
no,
or
no,
whatever.
no, no. You still can go to,
Alt delete.
yeah, you can bring up the
Control,
task
delete.
manager and, kill your browser. That will
Yes,
kill,
I think I've
that
had
will
to use
kill
that.
everything.
Yeah, so control alt delete and then say
Task manager.
task manager and then where it says your browser like Chrome or whatever, then say stop, go,
End task,
end task, that's the
right
word.
click one.
How about the email one? Margie was curious.
Alright.
Yes, thank you.
Hacked email, what to do?
Your friends and family are getting emails from you that you didn't send. Or maybe you want to check your email, but wait, you can't log in. Sound familiar? Chances are your email's been hacked. Don't panic. The situation can be fixed. Start by updating or installing security software from a company you can trust and set it to update automatically. Hackers often hijack accounts by infecting your computer with malware. So it's important to scan your computer first. Delete anything it identifies as suspicious and restart your computer. Now you're working with a clean slate. Next, if you can get into your account, change your password. If you use similar passwords for other accounts, change them too. Passwords are the keys that open your accounts. They have to be memorable for you, but hard for someone else to guess. Some people use software that manages passwords to help create strong passwords and keep track of them. If you can't get into your account, check with your email provider to find out how to restore it. Once you've got your account back, check your account settings to make sure no one added any links to your email signature and that your emails aren't being forwarded to someone else. Finally, let your family and friends know your email was hacked. Think of it as spreading good computer karma, and they may have some work to do too. Want to know more about protecting your email from hack attacks? Visit onguardonline.gov.
There's another resource to remember, On Guard.
Well, it will take you to the same.
There it goes in a circle.
It'll take you to the, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Online Guard.
No, God wasn't.
Oh, God, of course.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Feels better to have, yeah, .gov.
So I think this is gonna, yeah, it takes you to FT, let me see, well, that's not the right one.
Okay, I have a real life question
Uh-huh,
about security.
uh-huh.
I keep getting a message about system update that Android 14 wants me to download this thing. In reality, how am I absolutely sure that that is, something that's.
Is it on your phone or?
Yeah, it's on their phone.
It's on my phone, and I go, okay, computer users group is coming up, I'll
Yeah,
ask them.
Yeah, chances are it's real. I mean, you need to update, keep Android updated.
Uh-huh.
I know 14 is one of the versions that's up there and out and about.
Pretty widely available.
Yeah,
They know.
yeah, so that's probably real.
Okay, it's 2.5 gig. Like, whoa, before I
Yeah,
do that.
I think that's one reason you get an email is to
Right.
kind of warn you.
No, I didn't.
It
I
wasn't
didn't
me.
get an email.
Oh,
It
you
was
It's a
just-
system message.
It's
Oh,
just
just
popping
a
up on my phone.
pop-up
It's like,
message.
Isn't it in your system, settings, if you go to about Android, it should say something about it's available or whatever.
Yeah,
Is
I
it-
can check out the new features, but the thing is, all these links presuppose that this is legitimate to begin with, so.
Well, the links do,
Yeah.
but the update itself isn't really a link, it's just a do it, right?
Yeah, it's a do it, but first you could read all about it, but
Right.
in the course of reading all about it, if the
Yeah.
posting, whatever it is, isn't legitimate, God only knows what gonna get yourself into.
That is true, but,
You just trust it
what's
because
your,
it says Android.
what model phone is it?
It's an Android, I mean,
No,
it's
what
a
model? Who makes it?
Motorola.
Okay, Motorola should come up with the Motorola, in the Motorola, app. It should have the, update. That's where it should have come from.
Okay, so if I press update now, I would see something about Motorola.
You don't even have to do that. It should, if you go to the motor, I mean, it should be inside the Motorola app that you're seeing that.
I've never looked at a Motorola. app. Mm. Oh,
System update, yeah, this is Motorola.
And then, I just
Okay.
ignored it.
System update, yeah. Right, I think this is exactly right. Big preferences, smart updates, right, downloaded, installed when you're connected. And this all looks
It all looks,
Looks good.
that's what you have to go on, is that it
Right.
kind of looks okay.
right.
All right,
So,
looks
Yeah.
okay,
yeah.
meets the smell test.
It does, it really does. So,
All right, I guess I'll update it and see what happens.
I was going to confess to one thing that happened to me.
We like confessions.
And I think what started my path of trouble was I got an email that said, oh, we're trying to, it's about time to update your Amazon Prime or something like that.
Oh, wow,
And,
that's always a goodie.
we don't think the card is working, so do you want to update your card?
Oh.
And I just didn't think, I mean, I
That
stand up
was
here and tell people, don't do this.
Yeah.
So I think I must have followed, I don't even remember clearly what I was doing, but I must have followed their link and tried to make sure the card they had was current. Oh my God. And then
So now they have two of your cards.
a week or two later, I got a message from Discover that my card had been used, and I've got mine set. You can go in and set on your credit cards. I want an alert if it, purchase over $100 is made, or,
Mhm.
all these parameters. And I just say, if any purchase is made, send me a text. And I got a text that something was made. I'm going, what? So I texted my granddaughter, did you? No. Anyway, then I get a message, and it was like over $1,000 worth of
Oh.
furniture on Amazon was
Oh.
purchased on my Discover card, which is hooked to my. And I'm like, no, prices. So I had to call Amazon, and they were very helpful. Well, and I told Mickey, I was having trouble finding a voice to talk to on
Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah.
And I ended up going to I think it was ChatGPT, one of these new.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, I want to talk, because you can even talk in a sentence or a paragraph to that.
Mhm.
And I said, I really need to talk to someone in customer service about blah, blah, blah. And bam, seconds later, it said, here's the number you want. Called it, got a person, very helpful, sorry this happened to you, yada, yada. And the furniture was being delivered in California, so it's just
And
clearly.
If you were to call Discover, they also will give you a live telephone number.
I did,
Over Amazon.
Oh, yeah?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one, but I
They
did
do
call
that so
Discover.
often.
I did call Discover next, and they're always very good. That's why I like Discover. And got a person right away, no waiting, no nothing, and don't worry, you won't be responsible, blah, blah, blah. But I felt so stupid. Because I'm thinking back, what made me vulnerable?
Yeah.
And then I thought of that time I tried to,
Hi, Mary.
I'll bet that I was scammed, whatever the word
You
is.
still have that email? that they
Well,
sent you?
I think I do. I don't delete.
We should look at it if you get some time.
Okay.
I'd like to look at it and see, we can.
Dissecting.
Yes, exactly.
Want an email?
Turn it into the
Why don't you go
cybersecurity force.
So let me see.
Uh,
If I can find, there's Margie. What would it have been under?
All right, well.
It wouldn't have been under Amazon scam.
Does everybody have their credit frozen?
Yep.
No, but I considered it. Tell me about it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah,
This
I
is
do.
gone. Don, do you have your credit frozen?
Do I have my what?
Your credit frozen?
No.
No?
Yeah, and then when I went to buy this car I have, I couldn't get the third one unlocked.
Oh,
with
really?
What I noted. And I said, well, when I get home, I'll do it, because I'm sitting at the. No, I think I had to go in and re-sign into that one, but, the people that approve you were they wanted to be able to get into your report. And
Right,
if you've got it locked, you've got
Yeah.
to open it for a week or a day or whatever you decide.
right, what, yeah,
And so that they can use their pass and get in.
So I got a question. You say, does everybody have their credit frozen? Are you referencing reports or our credit cards that we go buy groceries with?
your account,
The actual, which account?
your credit account is
Like Experian?
With the credit.
Experian.
Yeah.
That's what you
Okay.
lock, is
Equifax
your
and
Experian and what's
Right.
the three?
Yeah, I was considering doing all three, but I needed to make sure that my grocery buying card.
No,
It does not affect any accounts you have open. It
Okay.
only affects new credit.
Somebody who
Well, so
tries to
thank
come
you.
in and set
Right.
up an
Yeah.
account.
Right, new credit. Nobody can look at your credit account, your credit score. Existing people who already you have a relationship with have no problem, but anybody new cannot do anything on
And you
your
can,
account.
and then you can unlock it if you want to buy a new.
But
car.
you gotta, each one is different. You gotta
You have to do all three.
keep careful track of your password to get, because they want you to sign in differently.
Well, each of them say that they notify the others, so why do you
No,
have to?
no, that's not true. They
That's
don't
not-
say that.
They do. TransUnion says that.
No, they will not. They will not do that. I don't care what they say, they won't do it.
Well, then I should, I should not accept the word of the credit agency
No.
because they're not creditable.
Exactly,
That's
exactly,
concerning.
Anybody can say their name is Mickey or
Yeah.
Sandy.
right.
That's not
Their,
the point.
their,
No, that is
their
a
business,
little different.
their business is
Really
to
on
sell credit reports. It's
Right.
not to make you happy, it's to sell credit reports, so they,
But they're required by law to do certain
No.
things. Yes, they are.
only a few things. I mean, look at all the breaches and right now
Oh,
they're.
get one of those a month. You get a mailing a month that says something has been
Exactly,
breached. Yeah.
Exactly, and nobody ever has to take responsibility, so you see how far that has gone. The only
It's always
thing,
a contractor that they were working with that did it.
I don't know, wasn't it one of the major bureaus that got hacked?
Oh, yeah.
Itself,
Yeah,
yeah,
One of
that's
these
right.
wasn't it Experian or Equifax?
I think
I think it was,
Equifax.
I can't remember.
And they should only be one. There should be a way to,
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
tell
but
that to them.
But they're-
just imagine if there was just one, Sandy.
Hmm.
Come on, work on this.
All right. I know, I just have a fanciful world, so.
Yeah, we'll just have one agency to take care of all these
Anyway,
things.
the link on our page will take you to Clark's, guidance.
What is it,
his
Howard,
guide.
what's his name?
Clark Howard.
Clark Howard, I was gonna say
Right,
the other way around.
So, if you.
How to
click on
freeze
that-
and unfreeze your credit,
Exactly.
and that locks it so somebody can't in and take the information they scarfed up and,
No, no,
they know.
it
That's
doesn't do that, but what it does is if they do gain that and they try and open up credit and your credit is frozen, they cannot do that.
I remember doing that once upon a year.
Okay, so,
Mhm.
so
But
even if,
if, the tricky part, don't lose your login information,
right, right.
cause
Well,
then you gotta,
that's all the
dig
more reason
yourself-
to use a password manager.
you gotta dig yourself out of that one. You know, when I told my 18-year-old grandson that, you know, I found the email, this isn't the one I answered wrong to, but here's the furniture they were sending
Oh, that's that one.
to some place in California. I said, this furniture wouldn't fit in my house, number one.
Well, yeah, see if you can find the original email, because I'd like to see what the link
All right.
was and all that kind of stuff, because that way you can show it on the screen, you can share your screen.
Well, my grandson said, you know, your credit card information's out on the black internet or whatever you
The
call
dark-
it.
The dark web.
Yeah, so people are going in and, oh, well, I think I'll buy that one, access and,
Doesn't Discover, or did they stop using virtual account, credit card numbers?
I didn't think they
I
did,
think-
last time I checked.
I can't remember.
So I got a letter for the first time today that I can't identify. And I looked at what looks like the person's name or closest to it, and it's a lawyer that I haven't had any legal issues.
I would be concerned.
Yeah, I am, but I don't dare download that mail.
No, I mean, what's
I
the thing here?
figure.
Well, first of all, it's from Gmail, so that's a red flag right there.
Okay, here, play with my computer.
Yeah, and,
Here, have my seat.
let's
It's
see
nice
here,
and warm.
let's see what this is. Let's see what we got here. Show original.
I looked at the mail at home and that wasn't there. Now it is. So I was thinking, well, maybe because this is the school computer.
Dear customer, e-billing ID is many thanks. Oh, that's definitely a scam. I mean, something that short.
Yeah, well, I didn't even look. at
Yeah,
the-
subject,
That's a
final
PDF.
call, pay your invoice today. Yeah, look, that is so stupid, of item.
Not even English, right?
Yeah, well,
Where they spell
pay
things
your
or
invoice
grammar wrong.
today,
English
some
is-
long number of item. Okay, yeah, right, that's.
It's the
sure.
Nigerian prince again.
No, it's not asking for that. There, it's not even the Nigerian prince.
But you know, with the artificial intelligence tools being so,
Grammatically correct.
Yeah, right, oh, yeah. you
it's
got-
gonna be harder and harder to detect.
Yeah.
Right, right,
Final
Unless
call.
it's so
Maybe that's how
pristine.
you'll know.
Yeah, if it's so
This is the only one I
pristine.
got.
yeah,
This is too good to be true.
that's definitely a scam, so I wouldn't worry about that. I
No,
would- I
no,
would
it's
delete
getting
that.
crashed.
And this, it's a PDF, since this is a school computer.
So that's what I gotta say.
Well, let's look at it just to see. Purchasing from Bitcoin exchange.
Ooh.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And look at the, yeah, they want you to call this phone number.
Ooh,
Let's
good
see what this
example.
support. Yeah, right.
Let's look at the.
Well, unfortunately, the guys at home can't see this because she's not on Zoom. We are glad to receive your order. Your order is already processed.
Yeah, well,
Thanks for purchasing with us. It's from PayPal.
yeah, but that's, my PayPal account is not on there.
Well, I mean, you could always go to PayPal and look up this
Mhm.
order ID and they probably have it flagged as a scam already. So, yeah,
See?
yeah, that's definitely a scam.
Well, I'm not seeing the actual one I think gave me trouble. If I look through it later, I'll share it again some of the time as an example.
I mean, if you wanted to forward that to me, I don't know if Don would be interested in seeing that, but.
What about turning sync on when it asks you to sync?
Well, that's for Edge, right?
Huh?
That's for your browser, right?
My browser here
I mean,
is,
where did you get that message? That was from Edge, right? when you open up.
Can't tell you. Oh, that's when I'm looking, yeah, when I'm looking at the,
Oh, Chrome, that's Chrome.
no, I never sync anything.
Well, it depends on what you do. I sync mine all the time. I
Yeah,
have
but
all
the
my
only thing I
browsers synced.
sync is my Apple iPad with my Apple phone.
Oh,
Well,
That's it.
now, when,
that shouldn't, that
when,
shouldn't.
when
even
they
be-
ask about sync, they're talking about typically browsers.
No,
And so when you opened up your Chrome here and signed into Gmail or whatever, signed into the
Mhm.
browser, if you were synced, you would see the same browser screen you see at home.
mhm.
That's the advantage of sync. So I turn mine on for my laptop and my desktop so that I get everything, if I had a bookmark to one browser, it gets synced to the other browser when I open up my laptop.
What a complicated world we live in.
You
I
think
know,
so?
you just think you get.
So
things.
anyway, there's a guide from Clark to how with the links to the 3 credit bureaus. And then how to thaw your credit. If you should, like Sandy said, she wanted to buy a car or do whatever. They would need to thaw unless you know which credit bureau they use. All right, and also, one other thing to lock is your social security number. So that no one can use it to apply for a
Yeah,
job.
because everything asks for your socials, or at least the last 4 digits.
Where do you do that?
Right here.
There's
Oh,
an
and we-
article.
Well, it's Department of Homeland Security, this particular, this particular video tells how to do it. And it's a very good article. It's just 22 minutes long, so I don't really want to do that. But
That's
it
good to
shows
know now.
how to do it and walks you through. And you have to go to the Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services.
My goodness.
And then it will allow you to lock your social security number, because that's the site that employers use to verify that you are a U.S. citizen and you have a social security number and you're eligible for employment. So that's why it's important to lock your social security number there.
I have a question.
Sure.
Are babies being given social security
Yes.
numbers,
Yes,
newborns?
yes, you have to in order to get a tax break.
Pardon me?
You have to in order to get the tax break.
To claim it as a deduction.
Right.
Yeah, I
You
gotta
practically have to get
Now.
the baby out of the hospital. To get the baby out of the hospital, you practically have to fill it out. You have to get it footprinted, you have to have it. a social
Yeah, I got a
security
new
number.
one coming my way, so I gotta alert my family.
And then they put a chip in you.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
Well, some people, that theory. But we're just pretending. So do you have another one we particularly want to explore here?
Okay, well, we can look at, since we talked about password managers, and I'm always an advocate of those, we can.
Yeah, Mickey wanted to make sure we give it
We can-
a nod.
Oh,
Sure.
yes,
People struggle with that one more than
yes,
anything.
I did,
I know.
I did, I still
everybody
don't have a
does.
passport.
All right, so.
Oh, I need help again.
It's my tech talk for the week ending September 27th, 2024. And this week's topic is password managers, why you need one, and how to choose the right one. Imagine losing everything, not your house, not your car, but your entire digital life. One weak password and boom, your bank, email, and social media are all compromised in seconds. Scary, right? And yet many of us still rely on the same password we've had since, well, the dawn of time. But hey, it's not your fault. Passwords can be a headache. What if I told you there's a way to make this security nightmare disappear? Stay with me because we're about to dive into something that will revolutionize the way you protect your digital world. Password managers. Yep, these handy tools are the unsung heroes that keep your private data safe, organized, and ready to go with a single click. Why should you care? Because the internet's not getting any safer, but your digital life can be. So let's get right to it. What are password managers, and why on earth do you need one? The importance of password managers. Passwords are the gatekeepers to your digital life. Every app, every website, every service wants a password. And if you're like most people, you've got a few favorites you recycle, maybe a combination of a pet's name and a birthday. But here's the kicker, hackers love that. Predictable patterns? They eat those for breakfast. That's where password managers come in. These magical tools generate, store, and manage complex, unique passwords for every site you visit. In short, they do the heavy lifting while you relax and never have to remember another password again. How password managers work. Picture this. Instead of remembering 57 different passwords, you remember just one, the master password. Your password manager handles the rest. It encrypts all your login details into a secure vault, which only you can access. And when you need to log into a site, one click and your password manager fills in the details for you. But here's where it gets even better. Some password managers now support passkeys. What are passkeys, you ask? They're the next evolution in password security. Passkeys let you log in using biometric data, like your fingerprint or Face ID, instead of a traditional password. This makes it practically impossible for hackers to break into your accounts because you're the only one who can unlock them. It's faster, more secure, and trust me, way cooler. Choosing the right password manager. Now I know what you're thinking. There are a ton of password managers out there. How do you choose the right one?
Yeah.
Let's break it down. Security features. You want one that uses top-tier encryption. Look for AES 256 encryption. It's the same kind that banks and governments use. Bonus points if it includes two-factor authentication and passkey support, adding that extra layer of security. Cross-platform support. Does it work on your phone, tablet, and computer? Because you want a password manager that's as flexible as your digital habits. Ease of use. This isn't meant to be rocket science. The best password managers make things easy. Look for intuitive interfaces, autofill capabilities, and simple setup processes. And with passkeys, logging in will feel like magic, quick and secure. Syncing across devices. Let's face it, we use multiple devices every day. Your password manager should seamlessly sync across all of them so you can access your passwords anytime, anywhere. Backup and recovery options. In case you forget your master password, it happens to the best of us. You want a password manager that offers secure recovery options. Cost. Many password managers offer free versions, but premium features often come with a price. Decide what you need and what you're willing to invest. Your digital security is worth it, right? The best password managers. Okay, so you're sold on the idea. But which ones are worth checking out? Let's list some of the top contenders. Dashlane, a slick, easy-to-use manager that offers password health scores and dark web monitoring. If your credentials show up on the dark web, Dashlane will let you know. They also support passkey features, making your login experience faster and more secure. This is the password manager I use. LastPass, known for its strong encryption and cross-platform compatibility. LastPass offers both free and premium versions. It also has a secure password sharing feature, making it easy to safely share logins with family or colleagues. LastPass has even begun rolling out passkey support to future-proof your logins. 1Password. This one's for those who want extra customization. 1Password has vaults for different types of data, like credit cards and IDs, and even supports travel mode, which removes sensitive info from your devices when you're crossing borders. Plus, it's passkey ready. Bitwarden, an open source password manager that's perfect for those who want maximum security without the hefty price tag.
That's yours, right?
It offers premium features, but is one of the most budget-friendly options out there. And yes, Bitwarden also supports passkeys. Keeper offers high-end security with biometric login options, like fingerprint and facial recognition, adding a futuristic touch to your password game. Passkey support is available, making it a top-tier choice for those looking to stay ahead of the curve. Common concerns about password managers. Wait a second, you might say. Aren't password managers just putting all your eggs in one basket? Great question. And the answer is not really. A password manager is only as strong as the master password you choose. And if that password is complex and secure, you've got nothing to worry about. Add two-factor authentication and passkey options, and you're golden. Some people are also weary about trusting a service with all their sensitive info. But remember, these tools are designed to protect you with end-to-end encryption. Your data is stored in a way that even the password manager company can't access it. Conclusion: why you need one now. Password managers aren't just a convenience, they're a necessity in today's digital world. With the sheer number of accounts we all juggle, using a single password for everything just isn't safe anymore. Stay safe, stay secure, and remember that a password manager gives you security, ease, and peace of mind, all wrapped up in one neat little package. It's like having your very own personal cybersecurity assistant. And trust me, once you start using one, especially with passkey support, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. You'll find the video of today's Tech Talk at the link listed. Did you?
All right.
So which one do you use, Mickey?
I use Bitwarden. I personally use KeyPass, but that's only because Bitwarden wasn't around when I first
Yeah,
started that.
it was kind
And
of.
KeyPass has tons and tons of my passwords in it. So I can't really migrate, but anything new I do, for people like my brother, the club, I use Bitwarden because it's convenient, it's free, and it
Right.
works fine.
So as a realist, when my brown eyes don't show up because I'm gone, how can do I bring one of my children's brown eyes into this world?
Well, what I would do is tell someone your login information for the password manager, and that way they'll have all of your passwords so they can go in and manage your accounts when you're gone.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because isn't, even if you use a biometric, is that what it's called? Like a finger
I would,
print or a face?
yeah, I don't know that
Then
You
you're
have,
locked in.
also have a word somewhere too.
a password.
Yeah, password for that master account, like.
Well, there's still some of that, and in reality, that's one of the things that they use with pass keys. They say, oh yeah, everything's going to pass keys. Well, guess what? Even if you have a pass key, the password still works, so
Yeah.
it's kind of defeats the purpose. Plus, one thing I don't like about pass keys is, as Margie mentioned, what happens when you're gone?
yeah.
Somebody would need to have your phone in order to get into your accounts, and I don't really want that. I want them to be able to get into my account.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Cause you've authorized it now.
Without the.
Well, I would have given them the password for my password manager. And then they could go into the accounts and look at, do whatever they needed to do, so, you know.
So that would be something I would put in the box where I have our wills.
Yeah,
Yes,
they say you should go and, like, I have some bills that come out automatically and all that, that should all be documented.
Yeah.
Like I intend to do, but haven't.
No, we gotta do it. We gotta do it seriously.
yeah, it's one of those things where,
I have used, LastPass,
right,
then LastPass I think it got hacked or something a couple times.
yeah.
So and then they wanted, if I wanted it on access on two devices, I had to pay for a premium account, and that hurt me. So, but if I just have it like just on my phone, my password manager, for reference, then
Right.
if I'm sitting at my PC, I can
Mhm.
pick up the phone and look up the word.
Yeah, the only thing I use my phone for is for that second
Factor.
authentication.
Oh, yes, two factor.
Right.
Yeah,
And they suggest you do that even though it's a nuisance.
So what Bitwarden has they have an extension for their browser as shown here.
I'm gonna look it up.
This is their extension. So you could get to it from any browser, or you can just go to bitwarden.com and log in there if you needed your password remotely, if you weren't at home. They have a Windows desktop application where you can install it and run the password manager there. One of the nice things about the extension for your browser is it will recognize when you're at a site you've told it about, and it has had the Bitwarden remember the information for it. It will recognize that it's back at that site, and it will show a little number up here, like maybe a 1 that says I got 1 login for the site, and you can click on that and have it autofill the information for you.
Those are nice when the,
It is.
oh, I forgot. What I was gonna say.
Sorry.
Have you ever used a passphrase?
What is it?
Well,
Passphrase.
to me, a passphrase is the same as a password.
Cause it's like, instead of saying, my password is Lorraine 172 or whatever, with capital letters, numbers and blah, blah, blah. You can say, I love Lorraine,
Yeah.
Ohio, and you have to type that all out, but you remember the phrase. And I did use 1 or 2 passphrases when it's a master password,
Oh, okay.
and I thought, well, let's try it. But you don't want to forget it again. Because if you forget it, then you.
Right, well, that's the thing about the password manager is you need to put a strong password on the password manager that you will not forget.
Mhm.
And then once you put that in, you have access to all your passwords, and you can use weird passwords that don't make any sense and have all
But
kinds of.
then, like with the artificial intelligence, it can go in and say, okay, this is their birthday, this is their house number. Answer a bunch of questions.
Mhm.
Okay, now I'm guessing passwords
Right,
and substituting letters for numbers and numbers for
Right,
letters
right.
and all of that stuff, and they may
but,
guess
but,
it.
but that assumes that you have that pattern. With the
Well, yeah,
password
it doesn't
manager
know.
that you can do
But AI does it so fast, it can
but it doesn't,
accommodate every
yeah, but that's,
pattern.
if you put it at a number of characters, it's like 12 characters or whatever. The amount of time it's gonna take, you say AI, it's not really AI. AI may be
The front
maybe
end.
figuring out passwords, but it's gotta enter them at a site. That takes physical time.
Yeah, because are you a person? Are you?
Well, that might be true too. I mean, and especially after so many failed attempts, it may lock you out,
Yeah, that I would think would be protection.
right?
I'm
So,
standing in the middle of Kohl's and I want to see if I have a coupon app that I can access. And it says, no, that's not your password. They got 1 password to get into your account where you pay and 1 password to shop with, and I.
oh, really?
No.
Well,
no,
that's
no.
a good,
And I'm standing there ready to throw my phone at the.
that's a good
customer
thing, where
service person.
you could have, your password manager on your phone, and Bitwarden has, I'm hyping Bitwarden because it's free and it's a good.
You know
a
what
good
I said?
product.
The Chromebook, it said, you want to use Bitwarden?
Oh, really?
Now, I don't know
How
if
about
it
that?
saw it from my back
Either that or maybe it has an
We'll find-
affiliation, yeah.
life or something, but
But that's good that they
if you turn it on,
suggested
then
it.
it wants to
Yeah,
put it forward to you. Okay, shall I save this to Bitwarden?
but Bitwarden has Android app, and it has a browser extension, so.
And I use both, so I want something that will be flexible enough.
Well, that's
for
the
both.
one nice thing about Bitwarden is if you, it will auto sync to all your devices, because it sends it back to the cloud, through the encrypted path, and if you make changes or add something, the next time you log into whatever other device, it will be there. So
The one thing I never was comfortable with is where
where
the
this.
password program will create
Mhm,
a 12-character
Right.
nonsense
right.
thing. I said, I think I should be able to know it and type it again, and it seems to want to just have
Oh, you
a
don't want to. give up
magical
control.
number in the background or
You don't want
something.
to.
Well, you can do that. A lot of times I will I will, well, I usually come up with my own passwords, but even if I didn't, I will auto-generate one and then maybe change something, a few characters that I don't like, and I'll change them to something different, and then I'll hit accept. But if it's something easily that you can remember, then it depends on what,
Somebody else can remember.
right, it depends on what the site is. If it's a site I go to every day, I would want to make it easy to remember. In that case, I would use a passphrase, like you say, something that is long and hard and you know, maybe hard to hack, but yet easy or relatively easy for me to remember because it has significance to my brain. But
Like stay away from Florida.
but yeah, but it depends on what you want. If it's something like the, you know, the FTC site or something that I'm probably never going to go to, maybe once or twice in my life, I would use one of their auto-generated.
You know, I like the fingerprint option. I can do it on my phone.
Yeah, I don't always
And
trust those. I don't always trust the
You don't
biometrics,
trust-
but I personally am.
But it also always gives me the pattern. So
Okay.
if my finger isn't clicking today,
Well,
because it's,
I'm not wary
I
of
can
it
do the pattern.
because it's not going to work. I'm wary of it because it will work too well and somebody without my fingerprint would be able to get in.
Or
Using
cut your
some other
finger
way.
off.
and that's a TV mystery. isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's the plot of, you know, like Columbo or.
Well, they say that
Except
that doesn't work, but I don't know. I'm not about to try it. So,
Well, you know, I was sitting next to my this 18-year-old grandson, and you know, they have all this stuff they live with all the
Yeah,
time and don't
right.
even put a name to it.
right.
So he wanted to show me what to do on my phone, so he just grabs my hand, pulls it over and puts it down. I just feel like I was attacked and opened it, but his is set for face.
Yeah.
All he
okay.
does is look at his phone.
Right.
Yeah, mine
A
does
lot of the
it.
kids do that.
Yeah, because you have Apple, he has Apple. But I thought, oh my God, I don't want to look at my face anymore, then I have to.
Well, I think-
You don't have to look at your face, the phone does.
I was gonna say, it doesn't,
Well, that's like, I have a ability to use a fingerprint on my back door
oh,
or a
right.
combination.
Uh-huh.
And the finger's convenient, but if it's too cold out,
Oh, right.
Oh, my God,
It
my
will
hands
work.
are always cold.
yeah, if it's too cold or your hands got wet or anything.
What about the credit cards that change numbers? You know, you've got an account number, but when you use the actual credit card, the number they use.
Oh, the token that you're talking about the chip enabled credit
Yeah.
cards.
That's supposed to
a good
be
thing.
secure. isn't it?
Yeah, what's wrong? What are you asking?
No, I'm asking,
What's the question?
how secure are they?
They're good. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, all I do is tap
Yeah. You know, you can't tap at Walmart.
or Sam's.
Oh, because, well, they're pairing them
Yeah,
Right.
together, but that doesn't,
I don't know.
that aggravates me
Oh,
because.
yeah, oh, okay. It's a feature.
But then it tap, you know, I got used to it and I don't
Oh.
wanna have to pedal for my card,
here's the thing,
and they say it's secure.
the SNAP cards, people that get
Oh,
Medicaid,
food,
paid for foods, those,
Scanners.
you have to inject the card in, they have storing people's meals, literally.
Well, but I've never seen one that was chip enabled. Does Ohio have chip enabled,
I would be
ABT cards?
surprised.
I don't think so, but maybe
Well,
they
but you
should
don't
think
put
about
it in, you
it.
have to swipe, and swiping is easily,
Yeah, cause they
Got
can put a fake,
well, it's the
Receiver.
same number all the time. Plus, so you can put the skimmers on there too, but it's the same number each time. It's not, the chip enabled ones have that,
The signs behind.
yeah,
it.
the token that changes each time, that makes it more secure, whereas the part of the magnetic stripe, it's the same thing all the time. It's just a magnetic rendering of what's physically written on your card. So anybody can get that and then, yeah.
Well, that's a damn shame, because I like going to the store close by me. Walmart's close to me.
you know what my grandson said, I just fill a huge cart, really full, go up there and then wanna tap, and then when they said we can't take your tap, I just leave the cart. Of
Whoa.
course, at that point, they've already rung it up and what, I don't know what you accomplish, except he's being snarky.
Yeah, yeah.
But I asked him, he said, I don't carry any cards, so he has debit card. And he says the number's in Apple Pay.
Good wallet, yeah.
And then he had, I said, what about your driver's
I'm gonna do an
license?
Apple Pay,
He
yeah.
said, my driver's license is in Apple Pay. And I guess that's,
What about the
Certain
Huntington?
states will let you do that.
yeah, that's, goes by state by state.
Right.
Yeah, and you
What
know
about
what,
the
you really
Huntington?
get
I have,
top annoyed really quickly when you're showing off this stuff. You know, all you needed to do was hand them your license.
Well, the thing is,
You'd be on the road by now. You know,
well,
no.
yeah, I mean, another thing is to consider is that you have to give your phone to the cop.
Yeah, yeah. that
If you
too.
do have it on your phone, and guess what he may do while
Yeah,
he's,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
It could be just too
What else is he
clever by half,
doing?
you know?
Right, right. Yeah, he's
So-
looking
so-
through all kinds of.
and I told him, I said, why don't you take a PDF picture of your registration?
I do that,
Yeah, and then
Just
have your
have it.
registration on there as backup,
yeah,
and then just keep a photocopy in the glove box if you want to.
right.
And then he says that they have their insurance company's app on his phone,
Mm,
and then that's, you just click and there's your
yeah, I just do
insurance.
the PDF for my.
Yeah.
instead of actually having paper in your car.
Yeah,
Right,
no,
right.
I have gotten hooked, trying to get away from it, on police stopping,
Oh,
YouTubes where the police stopping people.
uh-huh,
Oh, no.
Oh, and it's, I mean, sometimes the police are so nice and the people are so cocky
Yeah.
yeah.
or drunk or a combination thereof. And some cops are very receptive to the digital, that's fine, that's fine. And then other ones
Just
give you a hard time about
Well, you're already
anything,
having
you
a
know.
bad day.
Yeah. But I said, I've watched so many of those, stop me, please.
Yeah, and again, it depends on the, I don't know what the rule is for Ohio, but it depends on the law in each state, whether they'll accept digital.
Yeah, for different things.
Right.
And now there's, you know, like if you go to the airport or fly or something, all your stuff's on a phone a lot of
Yeah,
times.
yeah,
And I thought, God help you if you run out of battery or something.
Right.
Oh, boy. Everything.
What did they do? And what was the other thing? Oh, they were saying that Google Gmail, I believe it is, has a new feature that's just coming up where if it detects there's like flight information or anything like a pass to get in the football game or something, it comes up in a little card right at the top in your Gmail, and you just have to go to where your cards are.
oh,
And there's your, bam, there's your information instead of looking through and
Repeat
finding.
that again, please.
so that's if you have Google Wallet,
If you're using Gmail,
and you have
Uh-huh.
Google Wallet.
I think so, because it says if you get an email that says, here's your flight number and.
But you said it goes into the
Boarding
card,
pass.
the card goes.
No,
with
I was using the word, a card on the screen, but it says it looked,
It's an icon.
for senior said it looked like a business card comes up. It
Okay,
stands out, so you'll see it right away.
oh,
But it transposes the information from your message that says, here's your seat number, here's your.
okay, so it makes a, like a little icon of a boarding pass or something.
Something like
in
that.
In your Gmail.
Yeah,
Where
seniors
did
was
you-
talking,
Where did you read that information?
Tech for Seniors had it
Right.
this week, I think.
Hmm.
Or last week, but yeah, and I thought, well, this is gonna be useful.
Yeah, for all the times you fly.
Well, I want to see that.
My daughter's old enough to fly herself. I used to fly just because I was taking her back and forth.
Right,
Now she's
right.
old enough to fly herself.
Good. I can't stand flying. Yeah.
So,
Oh, I
well,
know.
where in Gmail did you find that?
Well, it was, I could try to look it up on Tech for Seniors, but it was called,
I didn't notice.
Yeah, I'll check.
because you're really, like my son-in-law and two grandsons went to the Indians opener game, and I'm sure their tickets were all digital. So
Mm.
technically it would
Right.
all be,
Well, I need to find that because I don't want to change my email. I want to stay
It's called
with
Google
Gmail.
Wallet help according to this.
Oh, yeah.
Save
wallet.
and use flight or event tickets. And
What did you say?
So it does go to the wallet.
I just Googled Gmail digital tickets and
Oh,
I found
the
Google Help. Google Help, it says save and use flight or event tickets. Google Wallet Help. Those three words are capitalized, so I guess that's the name that they.
so it may be integrated with that.
And if you read on, it will say save and use flight or event tickets. You can store digital copies of airline tickets or event.
Yeah,
tickets.
I've done that, but years ago, and then I totally
this
got
is,
rid of it.
whatever this is happening,
Add a ticket to Google Wallet.
I had the impression you didn't even have to like go and add it to a wallet. It just
Okay. Well, all right.
set itself there. I don't know.
Well, Google's famous for doing stuff without your knowledge.
Yeah, right. And then taking it away after they test you. Oh, look at all these people did it and it kind of worked out. So
Yeah,
now we're
but I
gonna charge
prefer
them
to
for it.
stay, I prefer to stay with Google.
But I mean, things are just changing all the time. How do you
We try to keep up
pretend
with
you
it,
ever
but
have a hold on anything? Like I went to add my debit card. I hadn't had my debit card in my wallet. And Ron Brown at Tech for Seniors said it was really wonderfully secure. You should do it. And then I had during the process of putting my information in, I had to call the bank. And it even gave me the phone number. Here's your bank's phone number. Call them and authorize this. So they answered right away and I said what I was doing and they said, okay, all right, it should be done. So it went really well, but
How did they know it was you?
I think we had some kind of there was some kind of,
Just checking.
yeah, that's good. Yeah, good call, but I think there was something I'm skipping on that.
hey, I went to pay my house insurance and I wrote the whole annual amount in one check. And the guy at AAA Insurance kept telling me your account is closed. Well, I knew, but I couldn't prove it, that he hit one number
Oh, he did.
incorrectly. But he wouldn't confess to
Oh.
it. And I told him in front of everybody, do you know the time I had to waste in my car?
Or
And
you
then
did
I
a-
told the woman at
you did a
Huntington,
mistake.
don't hang up, I'm gonna take you inside. And she spoke to him. Yeah,
Don't
and then I
mess-
told,
don't mess with Margie.
he wouldn't confess, and I told him in front of
So this was
everybody.
an ACH debit that you were setting up with him. For him to,
No, I wrote a check.
oh,
Remember the
well,
checks?
why,
Yeah, really?
how did he screw it up? He just sent it to the bank. Why
Because he
didn't
was a dummy, and all I could say without offending him
But-
when I left, and I go, you really are young, aren't you?
But I mean, he
And I walked
doesn't
away
do
with it.
anything with the check except deposit it. Why would he?
Right,
Why
right.
would
Maybe
he-
it wouldn't accept it or something.
But that's the bank's fault. That's not his. I mean,
No,
I don't
no, the
understand.
bank accepted it,
Yeah, so
but
why
I
would he?
wasted an hour of my day, and I had
I
a
just-
long list of to-dos.
But I just don't understand how he had anything to do with the check.
He put in the wrong number
But-
when he was doing the computer thing,
Oh, he was, why would you do that? I mean, it's.
because he was
it's-
a dummy.
But,
Don't they have scanners?
yeah, either a scanner or you don't even put the check in, you just deposit it. Right, why would you keep the check?
Talking
Rob's
about
number in
not
it.
writing checks much anymore.
Yeah,
I
I
had a thing, yeah, I don't either. I had a thing with the turnpike. Cause my
Easy pass?
Yeah.
transporter thing wasn't in the usual place, and when I went under.
oh, she had a
Took care
bill.
of my license and it didn't pick up the transcoder because I didn't have it stuck to the window. I was split up.
oh, no.
Anyway, they said I owe $10 and something, and I said, no, I said, do you want to contest this? Because they were having a lot of trouble putting new booths in and a lot of complaints. So I said, no, this is a new, and I blah, 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 new car, and I had. So they ended up saying, okay, all you owe now is 50 cents. You have an option of
Put it on your card.
putting it in a card or mailing it. Of course, they weren't seeing the amount. That was a canned.
Right,
So I had to write a check for 50 cents.
oh, wow.
Remember how to do that?
Make sure you carry a gel pen,
What sense do you?
carry a gel pen.
Yeah, they can't change
For
it.
$1 and repeat the change.
And then I mailed it to them, and hopefully that's back, and I got my stickums to put the code back in the window.
I check that periodically to make sure that the money I put in is there, because that's where they take it from.
Yeah, I get a notice every month
They'll
or
let
so
you know
that
if
they
you're
were
mail.
taking and putting the default amount in.
Right, right.
And don't forget, folks, every 4 years when your credit card changes.
Yes, you gotta go, cause with all that mess I had here
Well,
with the Amazon and the Discover, I got a new number, now I had to print off all my reoccurring
That's why-
payments. Now I gotta go back in and,
Does password manager help with that?
Yeah.
Well, it'll help you log into your accounts to be changing it, but it won't help with that credit card number.
Yeah, because I gotta redo my driver's license.
What's the question about that?
No, I'm just thinking about this turnpike thing.
Well, that has
So far
nothing to do with
it's
it.
worked for me.
The driver's license has nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
You
Now,
can pick
you
up
did,
a
you did,
transcoder there.
a transponder. You did, update your account with the new car, right? Because they have a record of what car is.
Yes, I noticed that, because
Yeah.
it said red car or
Yes,
something, and I didn't
right.
have a red car.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
you-
not sure I did
you-
after I realized.
Every time you change cars or
needed to.
whatever, or,
Yeah, you can move the transponder from car to car,
But
but
you
you gotta
gotta
tell them ahead.
acknowledge.
well, if you have two cars like I do, you just put
Put
in
it
both
push.
cars. Yeah.
But doesn't it let you select which?
No, you just,
Oh, you have to actually
you
go
put in both cars and then I can move it wherever I want.
and they
Within
send,
those cars.
they send you the extra Velcro.
No, I don't even need to, oh, see, I don't have mine. My new one has suction cups.
Mine
It
does
doesn't
too.
have, yeah, they changed.
It's
yeah.
not new, it's about 5 years old.
Well, mine is new, maybe a year old by now. They changed because I had mine so long that the battery was gonna run down.
Yeah.
And they sent everybody out new ones and you had to return the old ones and the new one has suction cups now, which is good. So. that's
Yeah,
nice.
I didn't have the strips anymore, and I priced them, I figured out which ones they prefer. And they were anywhere to $5, so I saw online you could go in and request a pair. Well, it took a good week or more, but I
What,
got
a
new
pair of-
strips.
oh,
New
strips. I never did
What's
mine.
strips?
I always just.
Velcro.
Velcro strips
Oh.
that you put it in the window,
Oh, yeah. they
and then
send
if
it
you
to
wanna pull it off, you can,
Right,
but
I-
then you can stick it back.
Yeah, I
Then
wanted
the
it.
whole Velcro thing comes off in your hand because the
Yeah.
adhesive is now too old. But
Then you
drive-
can use suction cups,
with
would be
the
better.
suction cups, you're driving along and you've done the right combination of defrost and windshield and whatever. And all
Yeah,
of a sudden, the windshield type changes adhesion factor.
Yeah.
And they just, you're driving, all of a sudden, it's like a bolt.
yeah,
You know, what the heck? It's how it's doing
Yeah.
things.
My older car had a shelf in a specific place
Mm,
that I just kept it sitting, and it always picked it up, always. I didn't have to have it stuck to the window.
Mm.
But this one seems to
mm.
not like where I was holding it in the air.
Well, when I had the one with the Velcro on it, I had a, you know how you can get the Velcro strips? I just hung one of those long enough to go up and around the
Oh.
mirror. And I attached it to the Velcro on the
I
transponder
guess that
and I just hung it from the mirror and,
Have
Had
to
no problem.
adapt these suction cups because they're not gonna hold all the time.
oh, I've had no problem with my suction cups there.
You don't have a defroster.
the things we talk about.
Yeah,
yeah, but we help each
okay,
other.
so, since I like Bitwarden so much, here's an example that's, Bitwarden running. And it says it has, there's a number 3, I'm at Amazon. If I go back to Yahoo Finance, it doesn't have anything there, there's no little numbers here. If I go to Amazon,
Oh,
it
that's a little
says,
three.
yeah, it has 3 possible
Oh.
logins for Amazon. For
Maybe you have that in some
Are they
places and
yours,
didn't realize
Audrey?
it.
This is for the club.
I have to
But-
work with mine.
But anyway, these are 3 different possible
That's good.
logins for this site that it knows about. So it tells you which one and you can pick which one to log in on. Of course, I'm not at the login site. I'm already logged in, but, and if you wanted to go, I don't know what to see here. What else do we have? I'll just go someplace new and go here. And let's see what we've got here. So we've got all, okay, well, I don't think we have this anymore anyway, so we can go there.
That's what I want to do with my LastPass. I want to go through and, okay, do I still need that password?
Right.
Is that something still active and
Right.
delete it and not transfer it to Bitwarden? Because,
Did you open a Bitwarden?
yes, I did open a bit. So I have LastPass still going and Bitwarden.
So I don't know who to email.
Well,
do you mean?
you wouldn't see it. I mean, it's in the back.
No, I would email
So
you guys
if
questions.
if I wanted to go here, I would click on this to launch the site. I don't know if it doesn't have a URL, neither does that one.
So if you provided the
here, let me
URL in the
let me
proper
go
form.
to an incognito window where it doesn't know who we are. Oh, Bitwarden is not on here. Let me see where Bitwarden. No, it won't let me do extensions in a
When you're
incognito
in-
mode.
When you're in Chrome or Google Gmail and you go to, what do they call it? You can choose to,
Incognito. Or-
yeah, I guess they use the word incognito, do they?
Chrome does.
Yeah, it's the same as the duck.
No,
No,
Oh, it's
those
two
are-
different.
Duck is just the searching element.
Oh, it's just the searching element.
Unless you use, I think Duck has their own browser now.
DuckDuckGo.
Yeah, Duck is just DuckDuckGo is just the
I
search
use
engine.
DuckDuckGo just.
Right, but that's the search engine. I don't know that they have a browser. I can't remember if they do.
Okay.
But I've
Um,
used incognito on
I do on certain
Gmail.
occasions. But-
Actually, when I would have
but-
somebody helping me online, a tech person.
Yes,
She said, let's go to, do you know how to open incognito, blah, blah, blah. So I said, yeah, okay. I just did that. And she said, now go into it because it won't remember
you're logging.
the login that what we're trying to get away from.
Right,
And see if that's the
that's why I
problem.
use
Yeah,
it.
so I was proud I knew how to.
Yeah,
I tried DuckDuck, but they don't let you use your microphone. Which means I actually had to type, which I had to practice.
It didn't have. a
DuckDuckGo
speak-
for what? For browsing?
No, for search engine.
What?
You can't-
Oh,
you can't type your
oh,
search.
I see
You
what
have
you're
to
saying.
type it.
You,
Say you want to look up.
okay, whereas with Google, okay, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I don't even use that, so I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't even use that, so I never even
I
knew about
use
it.
that with some of these AI products because it works really fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, but always have something on Echo, Amazon
mhm.
playing in the background. And when I turn the speaker on, I think everything that's coming out of
Oh,
the
yeah.
radio.
Oh, yeah, the radio's going.
Or TV if that's in the
Right.
background.
I've got NPR stuff going to
Yeah,
people
yeah, like.
in text messages. I didn't realize things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I go, wait.
I wonder what the people at home did. They probably went.
That's what I'm afraid. They're saying, what the heck are they doing down there?
So anyway, that's an example of Bitwarden. So Bitwarden will have, any page you're on that you told Bitwarden about will show up here. If you click on it, and then you can autofill it.
You can order there, you said, Mickey?
Order, what do you mean?
Once you have it in Bitwarden, let's say I got it, I
Uh-huh.
go to Amazon, I can order, and what else did you say?
No, I didn't say anything about ordering. I said you could launch it from there. If you wanted to go like right
And it would
here,
be
if you wanted
safer.
to launch Amazon right from here, if you weren't already in Amazon and you just wanted to go there,
Okay, I see.
you could, well, actually, you could just start typing, but I don't know which ones are in here. Let's see here, Bitwarden, Good 360. Okay, well, so we could, in other words, if I wanted to go to Good 360, I would start typing in is good, and then I could launch it from here,
Okay, I
and it would
understand.
take me right there. And it knows that there's one login, so I could click on that. And let's see what we got here. Once we get to the login screen, hang on that, Sandy, let me,
Yeah,
if it ever shows up.
So you don't need the two-step author.
Well, it will still be available if you do the multi-factor authentication. This will give you your email and password, like right here. If I click on this and then click right there, it automatically fills in the information down here, and I click sign in, and it's probably too old and forgot it. But anyway, it will do that. I haven't used this site in years, so. But it's as easy as clicking on that and then clicking on that, and it'll fill it in for you. That's one of the things I like about it. And if I do make changes, since it says we're wrong here, if I make it to this and I go home and I use Bitwarden there, it will automatically be updated at home.
I was gonna suggest a
Thank you.
video we watch, not so much today maybe, but who did the one on password managers? That fellow from Text for Seniors.
Well,
I can't think of his name.
shoot, just went out of my head.
I know.
Gasticha.
It's teacher,
What's
yeah,
his first name?
first name.
Bob.
I was gonna say something common. Anyway, he just did a video on how does it seem like you're online? All of a sudden Amazon's
Oh,
sending you
yes.
ads for
Yeah.
very specific things that you
Right.
thought you were only thinking about.
Mhm.
How does it pick up and do it? And it was really enlightening. He had some good points in it. But if your location level is on your phone
Mhm.
and you wander through Walmart and stop and look at something, it knows what's in that aisle in that store in that location.
That's scary.
And you were spending so much time at this one particular item that, oh, I think she might be interested in this. And he just had all these examples and I went, oh my God, we're doomed.
It's creepy. You look up one thing and then,
Yeah,
you know, it was on sale, but not that cheap.
yeah.
And then it
Exactly.
follows you. It follows you.
Follows
It
it.
follows you.
Keeps throwing them at you from all the different places. Cause it's selling. She has an
You
interest
stop
in your
and
product,
look.
so I'm gonna sell it.
Your face is.
I
frozen.
know. What did you do? I didn't touch it.
About that.
Anyway, anybody at home, we meandered all over the place.
But it was mostly relevant.
Yeah, I think to the users here.
John's sleeping.
No, he's not. Ah,
I saw you nodding off there.
More useful probably.
He was leaning back.
We were talking about, next month is November, which is not possible.
Can't be true.
It's not true. Except you walk in a store and like here, they have all the wonderful fall decorations. Any other store, it's Christmas.
Really?
Everywhere, Christmas decorations and products. Anyway, next month is November, and we might possibly ask
Go ahead.
Glenn Food Ball again, except I hate to have them come out per two people.
Yeah,
And to be honest, he did do a Zoom for us once during pandemic,
Right.
but and I don't think he was that comfortable at the time. You're like, I don't think I got this. I'm kind of hope I've got it figured out. You know? So I don't know.
so why does it have to be him?
Yeah. I know.
Well, I think.
He brings
it would
us
be good-
toys.
I would think it would be good to
He's all
ask him if he
lectures.
would like to do it on Zoom or.
And he often did it on January, February as well, because it
Right,
fits his
because-
schedule better.
Yeah, because he a lot of times.
And
goes
then
to
in
Florida.
December, we
course.
want to go for lunch again.
Right.
So that'll be just a social time. And if either of you, maybe Nancy was here when Ellen Wadge was here, kind of somebody that would have been new to you probably. At the last, I think, 2 meetings.
Oh, an older lady?
Yeah.
What am I saying?
That didn't eliminate everybody.
High school girl.
Anyway, I ran into her at DAR meeting and she said, I love your meetings. I get to I don't understand a thing, but it's camaraderie and talking and I just enjoy getting out.
What were the meetings that she loved?
She didn't care. She didn't know what the topic was.
Well, he doesn't understand some of it, so.
She's not real
Was she
tech.
talking about this?
Yes.
Yeah.
She was here and she says, I pick up maybe little bits, maybe, you know. But I just love the camaraderie of being among people.
Well, that's wonderful.
And that was so nice.
Yeah.
So she liked our group for that. So I hate to, give up our in-person meetings.
Right. I think it's valuable.
And it's, a lot of it's on Nikki doing it, so. Oh, which means
Hmm.
starting in
December,
in
perhaps.
January, February,
December.
March and April, we'll probably
Starting
be
December, really.
moving to Thursday if we want Mickey and.
Yeah,
have
that's
Mickey,
Thursdays work for me.
okay.
Thursday's good.
But didn't we do Thursday at 11? I don't know, is that better?
No, it was 10. We tried 11, we tried, I don't think, no, we never tried 9.
Well,
I don't know.
Mickey's the only one that likes early.
I'm good with early because then I can do something else right
Mickey,
now.
what's late for you?
My other
Two.
comment.
You do it like 7 in the morning.
No, but what's late for you?
Well,
Mickey?
when it, around,
The only reason I need to
Right.
know is in case I call you.
around 2 PM, I'm starting to get ready for bed.
See, he's on a totally different time zone.
See, so am I. I mean, by 5 o'clock, I'm on in PJs.
If I send him an email, I'll know it'll get read like at 3 in the morning or something.
Yeah.
That's because it's just.
Okay.
enough.
He gets up and goes and
To the
Planet
gym.
Fitness, I think. My granddaughter goes, but she goes more at 7 or 8 in the morning.
All right, I guess we are done. We can.
So anyway, so I'm
restart the-
just looking ahead, we'll probably, well. The lunch will probably be on a Thursday like it was last year, and then the first 4 meetings of next year. We'll go to Thursday. Which, you know, all our real occasional members will all just be thinking Tuesday, but.
I don't know,
You send emails.
we've had good attendance at the.
The lunch.
Yeah, well, right, the
Like I
lunch.
said, I think people like social.
So,
Where's Pat?
Her husband's been very sick. Remember, he was at a meeting not long ago.
He was sick
Got the heart,
last.
right?
No, he had shingles and he got
All of
the rash all over his face, in his ear. He can't stop the
Oh.
ringing ever since then.
Oh.